Welcome back to my channel. I'm Remy. This is the Enchanted Planner, and today we're planning for the week of February 27th in my classic vertical. It is Dr. Seuss Day on the 2nd, so as I did in my setup video, we're going to stick with Dr. Seuss because I love Thing 1 and Thing 2. I actually love Dr. Seuss too. So I bought this artwork off of Etsy. I'll link it in the description, and then I imported it or uploaded it into Canva and resized everything for what I thought might work. I only wish I had flipped him, but that's okay. We'll make it work. So I've got it all cut out because I didn't want to spend a ton of time peeling stuff or cutting stuff. Peeling's bad enough, right? So I'm just trying to figure out what we want to use and what we don't. I mean, we should probably take this off the discs. That might help too, right? That might help too. All right, so let's grab this. And there's my March monthly. And then let's take this off. Now, finding a blue to match this was difficult, but I did find something. So we're in the Posh blue, the Functionally Chic. And this blue is pretty dang close. So we're going to go with some boxes out of this book. I also have the red boxes and more thing. So we're going to pull the reds from here as well. I'm just on the fence as to whether we go with like the darker red, which is almost close, or if we go with this brighter red, which is a little too bright. And this, I'm sorry, that's an orange. That is not a red. Just saying, people. All right, so we're going to grab this guy, put it on some wax paper, because I do need some kind of a sidebar. So let's see. I think I want to put like Seussville this way. And then I think maybe we'll put that guy down there. And let's see, maybe if we put these guys there, do we have enough room for my sidebar box? We do. Okay, that kind of works. All right, so let's get that out of the way. Now the tricky part is going to be peeling these guys up. Maybe what we'll do is I'll start at the top and work my way down. I think that's probably a better bet. Oh, are you going to be a pain in the butt? Oh, yeah, are you? No, you're pretty good. Okay. So let's peel this off the sticker backing. And of course, this is just label paper I got off of Amazon, which I will link down below. I also have washi out. Let's just trim off that bit I don't want. I also have washi out, which I thought would be fun. All right, so these guys tend to be really sticky. So we got to be kind of careful on our placement here because I don't want it fully stuck down because I want to sneak this in underneath. So how's it going out there in Plannerland? I forgot to white out the thing. We'll get to that in a second. I think that's good. All right, let's grab my Tombow and let's get rid of this. Yeah, things here moving along. Thank you. There's been several of you that have reached out to me in the DMs like, are you okay? Yeah, it's all good. Life's just thrown some curveballs at me and I've had to reassess a few things. So that's sort of the reason behind my explanation for if I ghost you, don't worry, I'll be back. Everything is fine. And that's mainly why I wanted to let you guys know ahead of time, is because I knew you would worry, because we're a family over here, man. So yeah, so just keep that in mind. Always check the community board, because if something's amiss, it'll end up on the community board. Oh, so cute. So cute. There's a lot of fun things happening this week, actually, but I wanted to do the Dr. Seuss. More importantly, I wanted to do Thing 1 and Thing 2. And yes, I understand they're going to end up on this page multiple times, but that's okay because I'm going with they're sneaky little buggers and they're fast. They move around pretty quick. If you've seen the Cat in the Hat, or I think it's a Cat in the Hat, if you've seen them in action, you'll know what I'm talking about. Okay, so now we kind of need to look at some function as well. This is a week where I have a bill almost every single day of the week, which is crazy to me. So I'm almost tempted to maybe try like Elise does with a box and a checklist, but I don't really like that style of planning, to be honest with you. I like more open creativity than so much fixed, which is why I usually always I put the decoration down and then I'll make everything else work around it. But I'm trying to figure out the best way to approach this and it's not that things have to have a box. I can still write in the white space. Sometimes, you know, we forget that, right? I can still write in the white space. Okay, so we're gonna grab this box, if it will come off the backing. And we're just going to do whatever strikes me fancy. We'll see. We'll see where we end up. And I'm going to grab, oh my gosh. I'm going to grab one of these. Oh, are you a different blue? Oh no, you're the same. It's just the light. I was like, better not be a different blue. You're in the same row. And then we're going to grab, the only thing I don't like is that she put a thicker border on these, and I don't care for the thicker border, but I'm not going to complain because I don't have a ton of options when it comes to this blue. This is the only book. I went through all of Mojo's books and the colors are wrong. The blues are all wrong. So there was little choice here. I was very grateful I have this book because it gave me options, which is kind of nice. Actually, I guess we'll grab another one of these as well. Whatever I don't use, I'll put back in the book, of course, right? And then moving up to the front, I think is where, yeah, it's got like your headers and some double boxes and stuff. Okay, so let's take a look in the red right now. See, look at this. The borders are all different sizes. Ah, mental. Drives me mental. All right. I'm going to need to order another one of these Bloomin' books. I seriously am going to need to order another one of these books. Where is the vertical? That's the double. So that red should be right here. And I think I'll take, do I want a lined one? Do I? I don't know. I'm not fond of the lined ones, but you know, we kind of have to, maybe I'll just revisit that. Did I take this size already? I think I did. No, I did not. Okay. Let's grab one of those guys. All right. And then I think we're into like the super small and stuff, which means I'll grab one of those at least, excuse me, to sort of match. Okay. And I may resort to putting some checklists in here. I don't know yet. Like I said, I'm kind of, I don't know. Like, I know I think I want to put him down here. Let's look at the washi. So I pulled out this grid washi, which is kind of cute. And I think I'm going to sneak a little tiny bit of it right underneath their feet if I can lift them up. I did not de-stick these guys, so let's hope. I don't want a ton of it under there. I want just enough that it kind of looks like they're standing on something instead of just floating on the page. Okay, so let's get the washi card. And then I'll just grab the scissors and trim that off like that. Okay, that's better. They don't look like they're floating. Okay, so I pulled out this polka dot, which this one is Happy Planner. And I can't remember where it came out of, but it is a Happy Planner skinny washi because we'd have that, right? And then I'm thinking about kind of like putting the two together, or do I just stick with this one? I kind of like the boldness of the black, and it's a way to bring black in without bringing in black boxes. That was kind of my thought process. Okay, so this guy is also going to probably get some washi underneath him somewhat because he's going to be sitting down here in the corner. Let's get that out of there. Be careful we don't rip these, right? I mean, the smart side of me would get my damn Cricut set up so I don't have to hand cut them, and then I could just peel them off the paper, but alas, another week goes by that I still have not gotten the Cricut out of the box. So I'm like, oh my God. Okay, so I think we're gonna bring him, I want him kind of level with thing 1 and thing 2, so let's sit him right about there. And again, same thing. I'm gonna lift up his little feetsies. Actually, I should go on his bottom, which means I wonder if we line underneath, if that works. Let's see. Actually, that works pretty good. Okay, so where's my washi card? Is everybody straight? No, of course not. Can't have that. Let's lift this up, straighten this guy out. Then we'll grab the washi card. And do I want to take it to the edge of the page? No, not really. I think I want to kind of take it off on an angle a bit, and then we're going to trim this guy off. Or do we kind of get rid of like decision? I mean, I can always change my mind later. Okay, so this month in the challenge that Di and I run is washi as well. So keep your eyes open because I got to come up with a washi spread at some point that I'll end up doing as well. So that'll be fun though. I don't play with washi. I just usually use it sort of as is, if you will. Okay. And the only thing that was, oh, you know what I didn't do was print out. I had printed out a quote and I forgot. Well, I had made a quote and I forgot to print it out. So, oops. Okay. I don't have a checklist in this blue that's going to match. So I can't do that. In fact, that's where the problem comes in with the checklists is I can't actually do anything because I don't have this color in the same kind of checklists, because Mojo's checklists are different from, oh my gosh, Mojo, Jessica. I'm like, there's a name there. I know there is. So if we kind of cluster these guys together, I want to see if I can get these guys sitting somewhere on top like that. Like, I think that's just super freaking cute. I also have Mr. Cat in the hat when he removes his hat and he has all the smaller cats, which I think is adorable. Adorable. I need to get something done with these nails too. They're so atrocious. They really need to be changed, and I just haven't had the energy or wherewithal to actually do that. Okay, my other thought is, do we go like this and set them down kind of like that, which is freaking cute, although I don't know that I want them that close together, which means this little combo would have to come over here, which is super cute, I think. Anyways, okay, so let's do that. Come on. Let's get this guy. Are we straight? Not quite. Ooh, don't stick down yet. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Oh, dear Lord. And I didn't de-stick any of these, so like you should be like staring at me with your mouth like open going, what are you doing? You did not de-stick anything? No, I did not. Okay, so I'm going to say that is that. And that is that, and that is that. Cute. Okay. Oh, come on, don't be like this. Sometimes you're super easy to get off, even when I leave myself like a little tab sort of thing, and sometimes it just refuses to cooperate. And then we go a different direction, but that's okay. All right, so we have thing 1 and thing 2. Which I think I'm going to see if I can get in there and trim their bottoms a little bit more. I should have probably done that before I took the backing off, however, but you know, live and learn. All right, so let's see if I can get rid of this white that will stick out when I put it on top of the red box, which is really what I'm after. I was just laying it down on the red box without any white showing, but we'll see how close I can get here because I don't want to cut them either. Ooh, that's pretty dang good. Except for at this end here, I should have probably trimmed the feetsies. The feetsies. Okay. Cute. Cute. I mean, I was laughing because you guys absolutely loved my Grinch spread at Christmas time. And immediately I'm like, oh, I cannot wait to do a Dr. Seuss spread then, like an actual Cat in the Hat. I think that'll be so much fun. Okay, do we want to bring in washi? I also need to kind of think about what's going on this side of the page. That would be a bright thing to do. I think I'm going to grab another one of those vertical blue boxes from the back here. These really don't want to come off the page. Like, where's your cut? There you are. Okay. So let's grab one of these, and I think, so I've got a big checklist here, so I don't really want another checklist or a large box there. So maybe we span this over the course of the 2 days. I'm just going to lift that up a bit. Like so. I'm hoping that's straight. It's not exactly straight. It's close. Okay, this could be bad, people. This could be bad. I mean, I should pull out the undo because I haven't de-stuck any of these. We're close, but I'm just holding my breath while I lift it up. I should have pulled out the sticker lifter is what I should have done, but I was not thinking. Okay, I think that is better. It's close. It's close. I'm going to leave it as is because, you know, there is a point where things get a little bit loony. So let's grab this and bring that down there. A floating box is always hard to... Oh, I should have brought that down lower. Damn it. Unless we go... No, that's even worse. Okay, hold on. What do we got for options here? I have a hat, which I have a hat there, and I don't really want them that close together. I also have those two. I have a thing head, which that might work. That might work. And then a box cluster of some kind down here, which I bring in one of these guys to get the cat in the hat on this side of the page. Okay, so let me look at, let's look in here and grab a red vertical box, which was right here. And we'll grab one with nothing on it, no lines. Now, let's come in maybe down here like that. And then I'll grab one of these blue ones, which I'm not fond of this because this isn't going to work. Hold on. Hold on. Let me get some wax paper for this because I may have to, we may have to do this a weird way. And I'm just trying to figure out the weird way that that's going to happen. So if we go like that, and then we go like that, we could bring in like that. It should be like that. That kind of works. Okay, that gives me an idea on how we're going to do this here. Okay, so let's take these two apart. Let's come back in here to this corner and come out like so. And then we're going to bring this one. I should have gone higher with the other box, but we're going to go here like so. That is so crooked. So crooked. It's like hilariously crooked. Okay, about there. And then we can bring him in like that. And then I could put like a bullet point on the Monday or a checklist on the Monday, which would work out okay. It's not ideal because like I said, I basically have a checklist here. Do I really need to? All right, so let's take this guy off the backing. When I was cutting this out, I'm like, oh, this is probably going to be fun because there's so many little things that we have to try and avoid so we don't tear the sticker paper. Because I like to cut things in like, and I was actually reserved on the cutting into the detail on these because I was like, I'm going to drive myself crazy trying to get it off the backing. So let's just trim around the whiskers here. And let's lay our friend. I want to trim, I should have done this with the backing on. What am I thinking, gang? All right, so let's see if I can get rid of this like obnoxious white that's going to show. And I mean, I know it's minuscule, but it's enough that I don't want it there. And this is where the precision tweezers come in handy because they get into all these little tiny places. I love these tweezers, no, scissors. Oh my God. I have precision tweezers too, but these are the precision scissors, which are pretty awesome. I will say they're cutter bees. I've had them for years. I have to be careful because I don't want to accidentally cut off his bow. And if I'm too rough, that is exactly what might happen. Okay, so now let's see if I can get just that little tiny bit. I know, perfectionist. This stuff doesn't really need to be done in order to do a planner spread, but I'm a little crazy sometimes. Okay, so let's lay that down. Cute. Okay, so let us see what we have left. Oh yeah, I was going to put one of those heads up here. It's just a matter if we put thing 1 or thing 2. So that's thing 1. That's thing 2. I don't know. I like kind of thing 2. Okay, so let's do this guy. But then I got to figure out a way to get the head on the other side, which I might be able to do down here. I don't know. I just wanted lots of thing 1 and thing 2. Do you blame me? They're like mischievous and cute. All right, so let's take a look here. Again, I should have done this before I cut it off the bloody backing. I wonder if I can, no, it's too late now. We're just gonna have to wing it. So let's get in here and trim around that collar. I'm not gonna go too ham on this one because, like, seriously, there is a point where, you know, we have to be realistic too. All right, let's put that head up there. Looks kind of weird, right? I think I'm gonna pull it and see what it looks like. Yeah, that's better. Just looked kind of weird with the collar coming right up out of the box. Like, it's strange. Just grab this box and this box and some wax paper. And let's see here if that will work down here. Yeah, it's not ideal though, because it's almost an identical replica of what's above, and I don't really like that. How about if we go that way? Yeah, I don't like that either, but it's doable. That kind of really looks like up top, so I'm not sure about that one. That puts two red right on top of each other, which I'm not fond of, and I don't have a blue box in this size, unfortunately, which kind of sucks, just gonna say. And that's pretty much an identical replica. Well, I think this is going to be half the way, like, because there's no other way to really work around this unless I come up into here like that somehow. I kind of hamstringed myself. I'm like, oops. Or do we go a different direction completely and just ignore the fact that we only have one head? We just bring in our little runners like that. Kind of, you know what I mean? Know what I mean? So we could bring them in, or we could go that direction too. But I kind of wanted to get these little runners in, so they're kind of cute too. Right? Aren't they adorable? They're adorable. Okay, I think that's what we're gonna do. And then I'll figure out the head situation later, okay? Cut me some slack. I'll figure out the head situation later. Let's see how this kind of has to go. Kind of like that, and like that. And then let's get our tweezers to lift off the delicate areas. Okay, and we have our little runners. They're so cute. So cute. All right. And I may have to move those boxes down a bit. No, not really. Just kind of looks like thing one is jumping. They're skipping. I do want to clean up around their heads though, but that's going to be really hard with their hair. Ugh. Why do I care? Well, I may have my decision made for me if I can't get these guys up. I may not have an option. All right, let's see if I can clean this up a little bit so there's not as much ridiculousness of white. Just means cutting off some of that, some other little spiky things. All right, so let's go like that, and like that. And then, like I said, thing one is just jumping. He's skipping along with his brother. Skipping along with his brother. All right, do I want to put anything else on? I need something up here, which is where I had originally planned the quote. So now I should probably go print that. So I'm going to do that, and I will be right back because I totally forgot to do that before I started this plan with me. I'll be right back. Okay, quote is printed out and cut out, and we are good. I think that's about the right size. I did print it out in a different size too, so let's take a look at this one. Okay, we'll have an option here. Gotta have options. I'm a girl that lacks options, which is why I usually print things out in a few different sizes. And you notice I also print things out in facing different directions, because I just don't know what way I'm going to want it. So, all right. Oh, actually, that's a better fit. than this guy. All right, so let's do this one. I just printed it out onto regular printer paper because I didn't want to waste another, what do you call it, sheet of sticker paper. And then I printed it out the first time. I went, oh yeah, I forgot to reduce the line spacing. So I had to print it out again on the back, but that's okay. Actually, there we go. Cute. Okay, so now proceeding on, we have a few things left I want to do. I want to see if we can get some more, maybe of this washi in here somewhere, because I'd like to bring some more of this in here to break it up. I'm not thrilled about this side of the page. I'm just going to tell you that, and it's this. I don't like them stacked like that, but I kind of shoehorned myself in with this one, so I got to make it work. We're just going to overlook it and call it, well, it was one of those weeks. But I am thinking of kind of bringing this in a few places. Maybe like there. How do I want to do this? I guess we'll do it to there, and then we'll carry on over here on the other side. I know it's a little hokey, but it's a little bit better than I think wasting like washi. So, see? Same effect, and I didn't have to waste a ton of washi. This bit of washi though is a bit wonky. So let's see if we can't fix that. Okay, so we've got down some polka dot washi. I think it's cute. I was thinking about I'm getting down to the last little bits of this roll. And I love this. I love this roll. I've ordered another one. I'm just waiting for it to get here. It's sitting at Rachel's, so. Okay, I don't know that I really like that all that great, so maybe we'll play around here a bit and see where we want to stick the washi. And it could also be that this is a thin washi, and I'm not used to doing this with a thin washi. I'm used to doing this with I got to cut that off, a thick washi. That could be part of it. I kind of want to see if we can, I don't know, do this somehow. It's just the border on this these boxes are they're so thick. Like, it looks so much better on... Ooh, it took off a bit of my bloody box. Goddamn washi. Gold darn washi. I don't think I have a pen that's going to match that either, so we're going to carefully lift this up. And we're going to shift it over a tiny bit so it covers the spot that it took off the bloody box. Okay, so that's problem solved. You need to stay down, so stay down. And I think we're done. Like, it's kind of cute, man. I like it. It's cute. And the only other things I have is like these hats and stuff. Which, I mean, I guess, I don't know. We got a couple of hats on here though, so I'm not too worried about that. Now, do I put down some bullet points is my next sort of foray, or I don't have anywhere that I can get 2 checklists on. That is a given. But I can probably sneak in a bullet point here, there. Yeah, I gotta cut that off. Let me do that before I forget, because I've looked at this thing like 3 times now and went, oh yeah, I've got to cut that off and not cut it off. Okay, so that takes care of, oops, if I'm dropping stuff in my office. All right, so we got a bullet point down there. I wish I had blue, but all she has in here is like, I think they're too big comparatively, but let's have a look. Or they're too small. Oh, these guys are an awesome size. They're just little. I love little ones, but look at how small those are. I mean, I guess we could do that. We could layer a couple of them, which gets, you know, because I can't really use them on their own. They're too big, or they're too small. They just look weird. They just look weird, people. Just looking weird. But we can layer a few. So let's grab another bullet point, and maybe we'll stick this one. I don't really want it on the same row. That's going to be the fun part. It's going to have to be on the same row. All right, so there's that. Okay, so I've broke a few of my own cardinal rules today in making this spread. I don't like things to be matchy-matchy, and I've got a few things that are matchy-matchy. But we're trying to salvage. I mean, I wonder if even if I put it down, like where I put the other one down. Well, do we have a look? Let's see if I can get under here. Sometimes these bullet points are hard to lift up. If we put it down there, does that make a difference? Kind of, right? And who says the bullet point has to be at the top of the box? I didn't. I certainly didn't. Okay, so now I want to go in here. This one does not have headers, but I want to go in here and see if there's anything we can use. I mean, granted, is that our only options? We have like days of the week. Oh, she did have checklists that I think are too different from Mojo's. Okay, so we have goals. We have the days of the week. We have to do, get it done. Well, let's see, right? Let's get her done. Let's get her done. I think we'll get this one here. And we'll grab a tasks. And I think that's not going to work so well. I think we're going to come in kind of like that. Oh, I don't know that I like that. I wish I had the red book, but I don't have the red book. I only ordered so many of them. Okay, it's not really a task box though. That's the problem. Let's make this maybe the tasks. Well, this is going to be weird with the Dr. Seuss thing there. Unless we lift up His Highness again, which is probably the best way to do this, even just slightly. Okay, pray for me, people. Let's see if Mr. Seuss will come up. It did. Good. Let's slip that underneath. Okay. Now, I do want to try and get a header onto that side of the page. This is where things become interesting. We have important, to do, payday, next week, remember. Those are a totally different size font too, I think. A little bit, yeah, kind of. Okay, well, we got to make a decision here because I got to get one onto the other side of the page. Well, there was a bill due one. Where did they go? Right here, and they're huge. Oh no, maybe it's just the cut. They're the same size, I think. Yeah, they just look different in the book. So not payday. That's not the right one. That's not the right one. I want the one above it. I don't know what bill is due here, but I'm sure there's a bill due because there's a bill due pretty much every day this week. So we'll just slide this guy in there like that. And that makes a little bit more sense, right, than the way it was. Okay, I think we're done. Yes, I'm going to say we're done. So it's not in my main planner yet, but let's slip it onto those discs because one, I have to take a picture, and two, I think it's super cute. So let's go here. Oh my God, it's so cute. All right. I hope you guys had as much fun watching me create this spread as I had creating it. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button on your way out. If you're new to the channel, drop us a comment down below letting us know you're new so we can formally welcome you to our community. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Ciao.